We're back again. So this video is about some young youths being on tag. So I thought, you know what, should be a good little piece of content to react to. I've been on tag before. I don't want to disclose my criminal convictions and that, but basically, yeah, I done something I wasn't supposed to, obviously. And the judge saw to it that I wear an electronic tag. So my hours of curfew was, well, I was allowed out between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I had to be in my house. And what I decided to do is I didn't want to wear the tag no more. So I cut the tag off. And yeah, obviously I did not go into jail over that. So yeah, I don't know why these youths are on tag, but we'll find out. I don't even know where they're from, but we'll find out. Let's get into it.
There's life and there's tag life. Oh, yeah. You get it?
Curfew tags have been in use for over 20 years.
It's long being on tag, I'm telling you.
Now, the government is investing millions in expanding its use of tagging.
We're a danger to society, like.
Using GPS technology.
Different to the normal tags.
Because they're tracking me all the time with this.
Even right now, you know where I am.
And monitoring alcohol consumption.
Yo, he's back in town!
You put on aftershave, they're telling me it might go off.
They want to double the amount of people on tag by 2025.
This ain't the first time I've been on tag.
But I got two tags, so I got one on my left and one on my right.
But is this Big Brother approach paying off?
I think it's just going to go back to how we were.
I'm on bail for two things now.
I'll get put in prison, won't I?
That shit is crazy.
You just don't get it, do you?
I'm assuming, obviously, the youths them is from London. Innit? Obviously, they sounded like they were, the black youth and the other youth. But you never know. Some of these youths from like Milton Keynes or what's that place? Aylesbury. I think is it Aylesbury? High Wycombe. Some of these places they sound like us. So yeah, sometimes you can get confused in that. After Top Boy and everyone sound like they're from London, innit? So let's get into it. So what I think they're doing is they're filming other youths around the country and that. So let's see.
Which is right here. That's where it all started. Right outside the police station there.
21-year-old John is banned from drinking after behaving threateningly on a night out.
I was trying to get on more drugs and give some lad me money. And he ran off with the money. I chased him through the town centre to here. The police come out there, that's the police station. He run into there to try and get help, and that's why I got arrested.
Right, I think this is Wales, you know, because it says headloo. I'm sure headloo is a word, that Welsh word.
Right outside the police station there, and I ended up getting pepper sprayed and tackled to the ground. Obviously, I was under the influence of a lot of alcohol and drugs, so they thought the best thing was to test me on an alcohol tag and see if I can sort myself out, really.
John's alcohol tag samples his sweat every 30 minutes to check for alcohol.
Wow! I didn't even know that was a real thing, you know. Oh shit, so they got alcohol. They got tags that can monitor your alcohol consumption, you know, through your sweat gland. Oh my days, blood. That is nuts. You got a breathalyzer test on your ankle, blood.
Put on this, knowing that I can't go out and drink, I was thinking about doing just other things like spending time with family. I mean, on a weekend instead of wanting to go out. So that's really, it has given me a lot of positives, but obviously there's negatives because I do like to go out a lot. You can't say I do like to go out.
John and his partner Erin are staying at his mum's flat in Rill. They have a 1-year-old son.
This is my lad. Oh yeah. You keep me out of trouble these days, don't you?
We broke up like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and we're sorting it out now. But we were together for 5 years before that, and then we had it about a year and a half ago.
Has he always liked to drink then?
Yeah, definitely. Most of the times he's either got too drunk and ended up coming home, and then being drunk at home. I don't know. It's usually with his mates.
I have calmed down a lot, like, my son's changed me.
John has been on alcohol tag for 60 days. He's already had to pay a fine after his tag detected alcohol in his system.
I did stick to conditions the first 2 weeks, and then after that I did do a few silly breaches, which got me sent back to court, and now I'm on my final warning. The first time I was just basically testing if it was actually working, and
damn excuses. I was just testing if it was working, so I drank 5 bottles of lager. Come on, man.
they would actually catch me out, and they did. And then the second time was just like, yeah, I got dragged into having a few shots with the mates, and went a bit far really. Ended up an all-nighter.
If you wanted to test it out, you should have just poured it on top of the tag to see if it was going to work. Like, come on, man.
My first session back at probation, they knew. They said they see me in there.
Or like pour the little bit of alcohol in between the tag and your leg on your skin.
There again, I'd say custody would be the only option for me. Well, I'm sticking with it now as we speak, so staying positive with it.
I try to keep up, man.
19-year-old Jayon is awaiting trial on drugs charges.
I need a ped, bro. Scooters are shit. They can't even scoot up the hill.
He was arrested 10 months ago and spent nearly 9 months in prison before being released on bail.
First couple of weeks I came out, I'll be real.
Oh, I think I know where that is. That's like, I think somewhere like, is it Primrose Hill or somewhere like that where you can look over?
Well, I wanted to go back to jail because even though you're in your cell, you have a routine. Yeah, and that's one thing I don't have out here. You could just get into mad situations. You get into mad situations in jail, but it's different.
His case has been delayed by COVID.
You feel me? I just got a case hanging over my head, bro. It's just like being in the cinema and the movie's never ending, bro, and you're waiting to leave. You get it, bro. I've all got popcorn, I was ready to leave, but I can't leave, bro. The film's not ending.
Whilst on bail, Jayon is banned from areas of London where the police think he could get in trouble.
The main places I can't go, Hammersmith and Fulham, which is that way. Obviously, I grew up in White City, that's that way. You can't see it through the cheese. Kensington and Chelsea, obviously, I'm banned from that part.
So he's a West London youth.
The world's big, innit? Like, I'm just used to one place, but the world's a big place.
Jayon is on a GPS tag, which tracks his movements and alerts the police if he enters one of his exclusion zones.
We'll pick up on the tag, and then they'll come and nick me whenever. GPS, obviously, they can track who you are. Even right now, they know where I am. They've also got me on 7 p.m. curfew. You can have GPS tag without a curfew, you know, but they've decided to do me dirty. They've given me GPS tag and curfew, innit? But saying to stop me re-offending, but that's stupid because I'm out of jail. Anything can happen.
I definitely think that other youth there is from Wales because they're even talking England and Wales. Why not Scotland?
Shit. See you later, Mum.
"28-year-old James was charged with burglary 11 weeks ago. He's been put on GPS tag whilst he awaits his trial.
That's Prospect Park on that side, and that's Southcote Flats over there. I'm not really allowed to go over there, and it will ping, and they'll know that I've been in there, and I'd get a warrant out.
So that's what they should have done with
straight away.
That's what they should have done with Andrew Tate. You know, obviously every country is different in that, but if they thought he was a flight risk and that, they should have just put a GPS tag on him. And if he goes anywhere, well, even if he leaves his, so what they should have done was they should have just nicked him, held him in the cell for a couple of days or whatever, a week or whatever, innit? And then boom, put him on a GPS tag and say, okay, you're on house arrest. And obviously, if they see him leave the property, well, you're on house arrest, you're not supposed to leave, then they could just go and grab him if they feel like he's a flight risk and that. The fuck didn't they do that in the first place?
Because they're watching me all the time with this, yeah, tracking me all the time. It makes me feel more anxious and paranoid, yeah.
What are you doing, James?
Just doing a little pipe quick. Yeah, I'm Glad it ain't busy.
What do you normally do on the bus?
I tried not to, but I didn't get to have a smoke a minute ago.
Is he smoking crack? Oh my days, he's smoking crack. One sec. He said pipe.
I feel better now, so I didn't hurt anyone, did I? Feels like a criminal, like.
Like a crackhead, bro.
James is addicted to crack and heroin.
Told you.
He's in town to pick up a clean drugs kit.
See you later.
What they do is to obviously combat and like a substitute for heroin and that, the heroin addicts, they drink this green liquid substance. I can't, is it methadone? I don't know what it is. I mean, once I get off the video, because I don't even know where my phone is, I could have searched it whilst you lot were watching it or whatever it was, the video is running, but I think it's methadone, I'm not too sure. But anyway, it's this green liquid thing in it. It's just like a substitute for heroin. So I know they said crack, but I'm sure they said heroin as well. He will have that in his kit, whatever that green liquid substance is, which is obviously a substitute for heroin and that.
I'm going to sit behind the church. That's all I was thinking about in there, is coming out and doing this.
Crack pipe.
Left, right, left. Get in there.
Yeah, you're better off. Yeah, economically, obviously, certain man just need to be locked up and that, but it's better economically to keep someone on the tag rather than in prison. Wood green?
Jayon, do you know this area well then?
No, bruv. Just moved here, innit? I don't like it, bruv. I miss my hood. You get it?
Jayon is out on bail. He's been ordered to wear a GPS tag until his trial in 4 months' time.
I had a yard in West.
He better mind out that them Wood Green used to G-check him, boy. Fucking hell.
Did it. And then he said, boom, you're not going back there.
He's meeting up with his friend, Miguel, who is on a curfew-only tag.
His tag will show where he is, but my tag don't show where I am. The police don't want us to be together, but they can't stop it.
We're just little menaces, fam.
To them, we're just another black gang member with a belly on, causing menace to society.
As a condition of their bail, both Jayon and Miguel have been moved from where they used to live.
Does it make you feel a bit kind of anxious being somewhere that you don't know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, cause if something kicks off or something happens, in my area, I know all the backwards are. I know how to get places.
And I know everyone. I know everyone in my area. Here, I don't know no one. So if something happens, it happens, innit? There's no one's gonna stop nothing.
What are your charges?
I mean, they're dumb, man. Why the fuck would they move them to Wood Green, blood? They should have moved them to an area that's less aggressive. I'm not saying Wood Green's that aggressive, but them youths there will stick out like a sore thumb walking around in Wood Green. If they put them in Holloway or somewhere in Islington, they would have been cool. But you can't put them youths there in Wood Green, man. I'm not saying it's that bad, but blood, that is not a smart move to make. They should have put them somewhere where it's a bit more like no man's land. I'm not saying in Holloway. I mean, everywhere's got a gang. Fucking Palmer's Green's got a fucking gang. They should have put them youths there somewhere like near Enfield Town or... Like, come on, there must have been certain places in West London, but I guess they want to keep them out of West London. They could have put them in Chingford somewhere. They could have put them... And obviously there's a gang in Chingford as well, but it's a less aggressive area, innit? They should have never have put their mutes there. What if some Tottenham mutes are riding out and they catch them? They're going to want to move to them. They're not even asking no questions, blood. That's the dumbest thing they've done. They should have put them in. Let me figure out the areas in North London. Islington would have been all right. Yeah, Islington, Holloway, obviously, like maybe like Highbury and that would have been all right. Even if they stuck them in Stokey, like Stoke Newton and that. I mean, I don't think it would have been as bad as if they put them in Wood Green, man, but...
Modern slavery, conspiracy to class.
Should have put them in Winchmore Hill or Palmer's Green. Yeah, man.
See, obviously
obviously we got nicked for modern slavery, innit? So they're trying to say that we fucking enslaved the little boy that's younger than us. So, yeah, he's the main person we can't contact.
A lot of these youths here that go to country is off their own back. They're volunteering. It's not no modern slavery thing. It's just another crime that they're trying to add to the list. These youths are volunteer, bro. When I went country, I volunteered, blood. These youths that are 14, like, oh, I was a 14-year-old child. These children, quote unquote, they want to go to country. They want to make money so that they can buy Gucci and that. I'm not saying it's right and that, but at the same time, it ain't no modern slavery act. Now, do some man actually threaten and send youths up to the country and that? Of course, but not every. Don't think for 1 minute every single case that you hear where youths have gone from London up to like Norwich or Northampton or Milton Keynes to trap. Don't think it's some modern slavery act or whatever, innit? Yeah, they enslaved them. It's just not that. A lot of the time, the youths are volunteering, and sometimes you are getting man that are making youths go up there. There's certain youths, they don't want to go up to country, but their elders making them go up there, innit?
At what age would you say you got involved in gangs?
We're not young anymore, like.
We're still young compared to the olders in that like 26, 27. We're only 18 and 19, so I would say I became a gang member from when I got sent to the shop when I was like 8, and they gave me a £20 note, told me to get like 1 drink and keep the change. I was like, what?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To me, that's like a big thing. Like, what?
See, that's how they ensnare them, though. Yo. Or like, there was one I made a video about it with the mum caused the son's murder or whatever, innit? And basically, some youths must have pulled up to one young youth. Let's say the boys are like 16, 17, pulled up to one young youth, 13, and bought him chicken and chips. And now they're like, that's how they kind of ensnared him, whatever. That's how they entrapped him and that. It's just like in jail. Never accept nothing off of anyone for free. Oh yeah, here. You want some Snickers? You want some Twix and that? But a certain man will think, okay, cool. Now you owe me, innit? Well, go on here. Let's see. My man looked like he was getting vexed or something, riding past.
At what age would you say you got involved in gangs?
We're not young anymore, like.
We're still young compared to the olders in that like 26, 27. We're only 18 and 19, so I would say I became a gang member from when I got sent to the shop when I was like 8, and they gave me a £20 note, told me to get like 1 drink and keep the change. I was like, what?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To me, that's like a big thing. Like, what? That's when I became a gang. That's what I could tell you. It's so addictive. It's like a loop. It's like a circle. You just...
A vicious circle.
Yeah, a vicious circle, I promise you.
Jail is safer than the roads.
Jail is safer than the roads.
Street.
Street.
I'll be real, you see out here, yeah? It's almost like kill or be killed.
That's exactly.
However you want to say it, that's technically what it's like.
What's your plan for the rest of the day then?
Lick some girls. Lick some females.
I've got a girlfriend, don't even get that in.
I got commitment issues.
I got commitment issues.
I ain't trying to fix that for you. What's wrong with you, bro?
So James, tell me, why is it you're on this tag?
Burglary ×2. Yeah, with intent to steal £20 apparently.
Did you do it?
Oh no, I was borrowing £20, like, bit of a misunderstanding, like.
James lives with his mum, Jan.
You make me angry sometimes. I'm taking his heroin and his whatever else he takes. What is it?
Crack.
Why is she acting like she don't know what he's taking? Oh, what's that stuff they call it again? Crack. Shut up, man. You know what he's fucking taking.
Spend so much money on it. And I said to him he could have bought a car and took me to shopping. Wasting money on that crap.
What are we talking, James? How much money?
2020 was about 9 grand that year.
In 1 year?
Was it 25 to 12?
No, 11.
At midnight, James will receive
So he doesn't know how to read time.
£330 of universal credit.
First time I done crack, I was 8 years old. It's hard to talk about, really.
Look at him sweating. telltale sign of a crackhead?
This girl, she kidnapped me, didn't she? 3 days. It's quite traumatising.
You were only 8. They had helicopters out looking for him.
Hid me underground and that, and tunnel in the park.
What happened during that time?
They bullied me and we smoked it in a joint. It was like a little ball of white stuff. Obviously, I know what it is now. Crack. She sexually assaulted me and a friend as well. Like, I was 15, so it was kind of abuse, really.
Whoa.
I lost my virginity. Yeah. That proper fucked my head up. That's what really made me lose my innocence, I reckon. And my heart's going a million miles an hour now.
Yeah, no, them girls, they need to go jail. Gunshot for them still. They need to get gunshot.
Ever since then, really, I've just been fucked in the head. Taking drugs is part of my life.
Do you still think about it now?
Yeah, all the time, yeah. Try not to. That's why I do drugs. Try and numb everything out.
What's the time now, James?
It is.
That's what I've noticed. A lot of these people that are on crack and heroin and that, some traumatic experience has led them to drugs, but that's not a good enough excuse. No excuse is good enough. Drugs are not the answer. You know, you're not going to solve any of your problems by taking drugs, being on crack, being on heroin, horse tranquilizer, whatever you want to call it, methamphetamine, whatever you want to call it, fentanyl. Yeah, you might feel good for that few seconds, few hours and that, but you're just going to go back to reality. The problem is you. You need to overcome your problems. You need to work through your problems and that. Even these people that, oh, I just want to go on holiday. I'm dying for a holiday and that. Blood, the reason why you're dying for a holiday is because you have problems here in the UK, or if you're in America and that, and you feel like, oh, this is going to be the great escape or a nice little break and that. But blood, you're just going to go back to the same shit. The reason why you don't like your life and you feel like you need to escape to another country is because you are the problem. You cannot escape yourself, blood. You need to fix and think about your situation and fix it. Then you won't even be dying for a fucking holiday. Now, obviously, I might be a weirdo and an exception, but I don't care about holidays and that. And I'm telling you, it's because my life is cool. My life is cushy and that. They're calm. Like, I ain't got no problems or nothing like that. So I'm not dying for no holiday. I'm not dying to escape. So that's just me, man.
It's 1 minute to 12. I can't go without it. Just gonna go grab my money out quick.
John lives with his mum, care worker Michelle. The family have just had some bad news.
John's dad's been arrested for attempted burglary. But he's been arrested before for that type of thing. John was 21 last year and his dad was inside. So John's missed a lot of time with his dad, and it does get to him because he is so close to his dad. He has got an anger issue from his dad, I'd say. His temperament, definitely. Short fuse. Someone's only got to say something, comment, and he'll blow up, especially when he's had a drink, etc.
Drugs, etc.
Sounds like you're quite close to your dad.
Yeah, very close, very close. It's like sometimes it's like we're best mates ourselves, you know, the way we act to each other. Like proper close to my daddy. I do miss him. Yeah, all I want to do is just see him in it, speak to him, see if he's all right. My head goes all over when I don't see him. When I go out, I like to have a drink and, let a bit of steam off. But so that's been the hardest thing, still now to go out and not do that. I'd always kind of look up to the guy though. Following in his footsteps is what I wanted to do. Last place my dad wanted to see me was in jail. And he always tells me that, he said, don't go down his path, so.
And does that make you think about what you want for your son?
How can you tell a man, don't go down this path if you're on that path already? Blood, his dad needs to get off the path. He needs to stop doing crime, and then he can talk to his son and say, don't get on this path, or don't go down that path.
The way I feel about my dad is the way I want my lad to feel about me when he's older. So he needs me. He needs me being here and doing what a father should do. I'm not doing stupid things anymore. Bruce, come here. Shit.
Nearly got ran over.
What's John like as a dad?
Still learning. I don't really change for him, in all fairness. But not really changes for most dads anyway. It's more the mums, innit? See, I want to get a house, but he'd much rather put money towards a sunbed or his hair cutting or some new trainers. They're like £500 trainers. That'd be like...
He's like a gyal. What do you mean you'd rather put money towards a sunbed, or like obviously use a sunbed or get trainers or a haircut? If you had two people, imagine you had, someone told you that, oh, there's a couple, a man and a woman, and one of them wants to buy a property, and one of them wants to get their hair done, buy trainers, and go to the sunbed. Which one would you think said buy a house, and which one would you think said, oh, I want to get my hair done, buy trainers, and go on the sunbed? You would assume it's going to be the woman, but in this case, it's the man. Now, he comes across like a manly guy, a manly boy or whatever, but his mind is like a gyal. That don't make no sense. Let's peel it back one sec.
But he'd much rather put money
What's John like as a dad?
Still learning. I don't really change for him, in all fairness. But not really changes for most dads anyway. It's more the mums, innit? See, I want to get a house, but he'd much rather put money towards a sunbed or his hair cutting or some new trainers. They're like £500 trainers. That'd be like the rent. He would dip into the rent to get some new trainers. That's the thing of John.
I can honestly say the first 12 months he's not been able to cope with having a child. You will do. You'll get there, John, eventually. Oh, he's giving me the evil. Oh, he'll get there. He will.
She's either on this one, that one, or this one.
What are you waiting for, James?
Waiting for Mum to come home. Waiting for the 26 bus, which is in 3 minutes. Got to get some money. Come on.
Fucking crackhead, blood.
She's in the exclusion zone right now. Basically, I can't go there because my tag will be activated.
James has spent all of his universal credit, but he still has one source of income yet to use.
Mama.
Oh, Mum's been at work. Yeah, doing some cleaning. She lent me a bit of money.
How much money did she make?
About 30 quid.
Did she give it all to you?
Yeah, makes me feel bad. But can't help it.
Why do you think she does it?
Does it for me because she loves me, really. She's afraid for me to be on my own or whatever.
She's enabling it. She needs to fucking send his ass to rehab. Kick his ass out.
I'm a mummy's boy, aren't I? Yeah, our bus is going to be there in 3 minutes.
James goes to meet his mum at the bus stop and then to see his dealer.
Of course he did.
Yeah, you cool, yes, James?
Yeah, you cool, yeah.
5 minutes. Cool, cool.
Oh, I'm in my own world when I'm in the garden. And until I hear James's voice saying, Mum.
So what was James like when he was a little kid?
He was brilliant. He was a lovely little boy. Really lovely. Oh, he was just funny.
He probably weren't lovely. He's just probably a lot worse now. So it makes, back in the day, it makes him look like, back in the day he was really good, but he probably was just not that, I mean, he probably was a troublesome child. You know, if a child has had his virginity taken from him and he's made to smoke crack at the age of 8 years old, I can't see him just being on a normal, straight and narrow path. You know what I'm saying, innit? I see him as being a troublesome child and that. So I don't think he was a really good boy as a child. I think he's just a lot worse now. He's causing so much trouble that whatever his behaviours and his mannerisms and that were back in the day, it seems a lot better than it is now.
So good looking as well.
What are the challenges of living with him?
Money. Every day I don't think he'd survive without me, do you know?
Sucking her dry, boy.
Yeah, we've got a perfect spot. We're stepping into the other world. Darker and cooler up here.
Going to smoke crack in the forest.
When I do a pipe, I feel like that's how people are normally without doing pipes. Like, they can talk, and I just don't want to talk to anyone when I ain't got nothing. I feel like I can't do anything without it. It's chemical imbalance, isn't it? No dopamine or whatever left.
Get his eyes rolling back, boy.
What do you hope happens at the court case?
Well, the worst case would be that he gets put away. And he gets worse when he comes out.
How do you think James would cope if he gets sent to prison?
I don't think he'd cope any more than 3 months. He said he did spice in the prison.
Oh,
it's quite dangerous. That's what I worry about. Because they just take anything, won't they? Anything they can get their hands on. You know, an addict.
Finna just get back crib and then bust this thing on my ankle. This one's a curfew tag. This is for alcohol. I don't post my tag on social media, like, I'm not glamorizing it.
You guys smoke weed? I'm always in and out of the yard, I'm always getting nicked.
I'm gonna meet a few people at the pub. I'm gonna try my hardest not to drink, but we'll see how that goes.
Get in there, lad, get in there, G.
Right. All right, that's it, man. Madness. People want crack. People want tag. People have been moved to random areas where they could get G-check and they're in the middle of a war zone and that. Anyway, that's it for today. Stay a while. Done.